one love, Rastafari, Rastafari. Big time. This is a story about the journey of the music around the world. We were inspired in the early days from the great black leaders that was fighting the struggle on behalf of the people. People like Haile Selassie, Rastafari. People like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Angela Davis, Steve Biko, great leaders. So this inspired us. We were inspired by these people to spread the message of love and unity around the world. In the early days in England, London in England, it was very difficult for black people. So black people had to be together, united, to be able to stand, loving, sharing, caring. It is very important that other people of other nations saw the unity and it reflected through the music. The music itself is what kept the people through the struggles, through slavery, kept the spirits alive. And that spirit transcended to the people that were taken away on ships to the Caribbean islands, Jamaica, one of the main places, the influx, the spearhead of the movement of Back to Africa. You don't have to be black to recognize the struggle in Africa. Anyone can do anything to help. We applaud such people who can do anything even in their communities where they live to be an example. The music is what teaches the people. Some people could not speak English until they heard Bob Marley. And then they could learn the songs. So the music is part of the thing that build up the education of vocabulary. So the message has gone through the ages from many prophets, what has brought the message to the people. Many prophets are involved in reggae music that show people the way, show them the light.
Dub and reggae pioneer Jah Shaka has died, according to social media posts from close friends and collaborators. His precise age and the cause of death have not been disclosed in this exact moment in time, but the singer, producer, label owner, also known as Zulu Warrior, was at helm of sound system culture in London, releasing some of the scene's most seminal records and spearheading the influential Jah Shaka Sound System, which he began operating and touring in the 70s with his spiritual messages and of course deep rattling sounds. We all know Shaka was revered by musicians and dancers across a range of genres and cultures, from the next generation of dub legends such as Iration, Steppas, Zulu Warrior, to post-punk musicians including the Slits and of course the Public Image Limited PIL. He continued to perform and tour his system up to just recently when he died, and he moved to London from Jamaica as a child in the 1950s as part of the Windrush generation. He's been regarded as one of those biggest and most legendary artists in the reggae genre, and His music was so important and a very huge tool in navigating the hostile environment they found themselves in when he actually came in London. Actually, in one of his recent interviews, he even said that when people left Africa from Caribbean, all they could bring with them was their music, their songs, their memories from home. So over the years, this is all that people had to keep them together. He said in an interview with Red Bull Music Academy Culture, in 1950s and 60s in London, there were house parties, and of course, people with only record players helped families to know each other, which was very, very important at the time. And around this time, Shaka began working with local speaker builder Freddie Cloudburst, and he was responsible for keeping his sound system in very, very good condition. After years of maintenance work, he began playing records, and of course, in the 1970s, Shaka Sound System had developed a cult following. He starred as himself with his system in the 1980s. It's really important that current day and modern artists can recognize the huge influence Shaka has always had on the music industry. He is survived by his son, that is a young warrior who runs his own sound system. In this moment in time, we are sending our deepest and most sincere condolences to the family, friends, the fans, everyone in the world who was really touched by the works of Shaka. Rest in power, the King, Shaka.